Hey everyone, I'm super excited to be hanging out with you for a little bit today. I hope you communicate with me and let me know how you're thinking, feeling, how you're doing. And I want to talk to you about one of my very favorite subjects. It's synchronicity. So Carl Jung actually coined this term years ago, and he called synchronicity a meaningful coincidence. That's pretty simple, right? A meaningful coincidence. And of course, I love the saying, coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous. In my life, he's not anonymous. When I see synchronicity, when I see coincidence, when I experience serendipity, I know it's the universe talking to me, communicating with me, interacting with me. So why does it happen? I think it happens as a sign of love, as a sign of support from life and the universe. And I think there's things that we can do to encourage and invite it. But first of all, I just want to share a couple of examples of synchronicity in my life. Recently, I was talking to my husband and I said, you know what? I have decided that unicorns are going to go mainstream. So he goes, oh, is that right? I said, if outer reality is a reflection of inner reality, unicorns are going to go mainstream. And shortly thereafter, a commercial popped up where there was a unicorn galloping across the screen. And I said, see, there you go. And he goes, you're going to take credit for that? I said, I sure am. And I don't think synchronicity is about our personal power. Synchronicity is about our relationship with that something greater. It's a way, again, of the universe being in conversation with us, being in communication with us. And I really do think the universe wants that. It is about experiencing a cosmic love affair. So I was just having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine yesterday, and she had some thoughts and questions in regards to just the law of attraction and how we focus our attention and what that brings to us in our lives. And somebody she really respected was saying that the world is spiraling down and things are going to hell in a handbasket. And she said, you know, that's not my perspective. I see hope. I see faith. I see people coming together for the sake of empowering one another and fanning the flames of one another's light. And it was just a difference of opinion, and there's nothing wrong with that. She called to ask me my thoughts, and I said, I'm with you. I think what we choose to focus on increases. And I love to focus on what's good and right. I like to focus on love and faith. And as I do, it seems to attract more love, faith, and wonderful things. So ways that synchronicity can show up can be very small and very significant. It can be something as simple as thinking about a friend and then they text you, or thinking to myself, I sure would like some good Italian food. And then somebody says, you know, this great Italian restaurant just opened up down the street. So it can happen in little ways like that, and it can happen in big ways. Years ago, I was wanting to write my book, or I was being prompted to write my book because I meditated, and I was nervous about it. I didn't really want to do it. And I was thinking to myself, how am I going to write a book? I know nothing about writing. I don't know anything about publishing. And I saw a billboard that said, just do it. It was a Nike billboard. And then I was like, but how am I going to do this? And then a car pulled in front of me, and I had a bumper sticker on the back of it, and it said, with God, all things are possible. So I was like, I think the universe is trying to talk to me. Shortly thereafter, I enrolled in a class, and one of the required courses in getting my degree was a writing class. So I was really being supported in writing and writing well. And it took me a while to get the first book out of me, about 4 years. But I felt like there were little breadcrumbs being dropped all along the way. As soon as I needed an editor, somebody showed up and said, I'm having my book edited by this great person, and I think you need to connect with them. So little breadcrumbs that were supporting me in experiencing divine providence, the path clearing for me, and just wonderful, incredible support. And I think this is available to all of us if we want it. So I'm just going to share 6 simple things that you can do to invite more universal support, synchronicity, and your own cosmic love affair. I think one of the most important things we can do is setting the intention and choosing to forgive the people that we are holding in judgment. As long as we're holding people on the hook energetically, we're kind of playing smaller than we need to. We're not really creating the space for the bigger relationships with the right people and with the universe. So choosing to forgive, setting the intention to forgive, and it won't happen all at once. Typically it takes some time, but just setting that intention and choosing to forgive is a really important first step. I have a forgiveness meditation. If you want that to support you in starting to untangle some of those cords, please let me know and I will share that with you. The second thing we can do is just to set the intention to clear our fear. As we clear the fear, we make the space for more love. And that really is the vessel and conduit and opportunity to create more synchronicity, because synchronicity is about love. It is about signs of support and love and grace. So another thing you can do is set your intentions. My intention is to experience more synchronicity in my life. Set your intentions and then pay attention. Maybe start a journal, a synchronicity journal, a gratitude journal. And write down that intention to experience more synchronicity and Godwinks and grace and support from the universe. And when you see them, no matter how small they are, write them down, because what we focus on increases. So as you pay attention and acknowledge the goodness and grace and Godwinks, you will experience more goodness, grace, and Godwinks. The third thing, or are we on the fourth thing, we can do is to meditate. This is simply choosing to spend time in peace, dropping your awareness from your thinking mind into your heart. It doesn't have to be a challenging thing. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Just breathe, relax, settle into your heart, and just allow yourself to marinate in that place of quiet and stillness and peace. I find the more I do this, the more I experience Godwinks and grace in my life. So you can also create kind of a group or a friend. Say, you know what? I want to experience more Godwinks. And I think when two or more come together and have conversations, you invite more of that energy. It multiplies. So you could say, you know what? I would love to have some conversations about synchronicity and Godwinks. And then both of you, or maybe you put together a group of people, you share your personal stories about things that have shown up as serendipitous or synchronistic or miracles or Godwinks. And the more you have those conversations, the more you acknowledge it, again, the more it will happen. So gratitude again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So often when I've talked to people about synchronicity and they start to experience it in their lives, they kind of start to freak out. It gets kind of weird. And they will come back and say, Tammy, this is so weird. It's a little scary. When we say things like that, we end up putting the brakes on it. We stop the energy of it. If you want to stop it, that's fine. But if you want to invite more of it, even if it does freak you out a little bit, just breathe. Just relax, just ground yourself and say thank you. I've had to do this when things have gotten too good, you know, that we all have an upper limit. How good can you stand it to get? We all have an inner container. I've talked about this a lot. And when we start to exceed our capacity, we either put on the brakes or we limit ourselves. The thing that we can benefit most from is expanding our inner container, relaxing, breathing, saying thank you, and receiving graciously. That means, you know, with friends, if they're doing something kind for you. It also means with universe, when you're being bestowed with goodness and grace and Godwinks. If it gets too good and you start to feel like I'm hitting my upper limits, just relax, just breathe, just say thank you and receive. Maybe take again some time to drop your awareness from your thinking mind into your heart and just relax. Imagine opening that inner container, raising the ceiling in your reality so that you can experience more and more goodness and grace. So it can be challenging. It can be challenging, a little freaky, but it's so wonderful and it's so awesome and it's so worthy when you start to really, really feel and sense that you are in a loving relationship, a cosmic love affair with all of life. This has become my experience more and more. And the more I experiment with it, the more it seems to increase and expand. And life becomes a celebration, a joy. or in the past it really was a burden. I didn't think life was on my side. Albert Einstein the most important question we can ask, he'd mentioned this many years ago, the most important question we can ask and answer for ourselves is the universe a safe and loving place or not? If someone doesn't think it is, and they're in that fear-based place, they're not going to probably experience a lot of Godwinks and synchronicity. The more we can relax into the space of knowing that we are loved and we are supported, the more we tend to invite Godwinks and support and synchronicity. So if you're on the fence and you're not sure life is safe and that you are loved, it starts just like with forgiveness. It starts with opening our mind to the possibility that perhaps, in fact, I am loved. It opens the space, it opens the relationship, and it invites the energy to start to flow into your life. I've talked about this a lot. We live on a planet of free will and choice. We have to choose. The universe loves us. The universe is pouring down beauty and grace on us every second of every day, but we have to choose to be able to open our heart and mind to be able to see it and perceive it and receive it. The more we do, the more we will. So this has been my personal experience, and I've enjoyed it so much, and I love having these conversations with my friends. I love getting an email or a conversation. Hi, Norman. Yes, it's Monday with Tammy. I'm putting these on YouTube too, so people may be watching them on other days than Mondays. It's manifesting day every day. So I love hearing about people's experiences with synchronicity, and getting an email or getting a phone call or getting a text from somebody saying, you won't believe the most synchronistic thing happened. The most serendipitous thing just happened. So I invite that. If you're experiencing any kind of synchronicity recently or in this week, if something comes up, you can come back to the thread or back to the comment section and share your synchronicity story with me, because it's fun, it's exciting. I want to fan the flame of more of that in my own life and open other people's hearts and mind to experiencing it more in their lives, because there's just so much here for us. There's so many gifts I believe the universe wants to bestow on us. But if our eyes are downcast, if we're kind of a slumpy position, we're not going to be able to see the beauty and the support and the amazingness that's happening. Somebody was sharing a story with me about a dream they had. And I think dreams are another really wonderful way of experiencing more Godwinks and grace. Hi, Norman. Okay, well, let's connect later. I'll always be here for you. So my girlfriend was telling me about a dream. She was looking down and she saw these busy bugs running around on the ground, very busy, very intent on whatever it was they're doing. She thought they were strange and interesting, but then she noticed a few bugs looking up. So she looked up, and what she saw was a goddess, a really incredibly, exquisitely, breathtakingly beautiful goddess doing a slow motion dive into the sky and then coming down, hitting the ground and scattering about and splintering into billions of busy bugs. And I thought it was such a beautiful archetypal dream about God being this beautiful slow motion energy and then scattering into the fragments that is you and that is me. And so many of us as human beings are running about, scurrying about, very, very busy, very, very intent on trying to manifest, trying to pay our bills, trying to get what it is we think we want to be happy. But there are some of us, busy bugs, that are looking up in reverence and creating that more open relationship with the universe and with the divine. And as we do, we start to invite and experience Godwinks, gifts, grace, incredible opportunities and situations that we could never make happen all on our own. When I think about the amazing things that have happened in my life, and I don't know if this is true for you, but I invite you to consider it, I didn't really make it happen. Perhaps I was going to school or getting prepared for something, but the really amazing things, the breathtakingly wonderful opportunities and situations, I didn't make happen. I was ready for them when they showed up. I had tilled the land, I had planted the seeds, and then they show up. So what is that saying? Success is when preparation meets opportunity, and that's when we open up that space to receive the gifts and bounty and the grace that God has for us. And I think God has gifts for every single one of us. But we need to be in the right posture. We need to have an open heart. We need to be in the right mindset to be able to perceive and receive them. So again, if you would like my forgiveness meditation to clear your garden so that you can plant more seeds for what you want and experience more grace in your life, please just let me know and I will gift that to you. And quickly, the 6 things that you can do to invite more synchronicity in your life. Number 1, forgive. Number 2, set your intentions and pay attention. Set your intentions to experience more synchronicity and grace and divine support, and then pay attention. And when they happen, say thank you. You can also meditate, drop your awareness from your head to your heart. Fear comes from the mind. Love tends to come from the heart. Spend more time in that place of love, that place of peace, that open relationship with the divine. This will certainly bring about more Godwinks into your life. Relax into faith and consciously claim that you are loved. The 5th thing you can do is talk to a friend or friends about synchronicity. Share your stories. Create a journal. And again, keep saying thank you. When the goodness happens, say thank you. When the Godwinks happen, when the little miracles happen, when the big miracles happen, keep saying thank you. That's going to keep the floodgates open to experiencing more and more goodness and grace in your life. And you deserve it. You're worthy of it. You just need to open your mind and heart to be able to receive it and keep saying thank you. And you will encourage and experience more of it. So I invite you to be in touch with me if you have any synchronistic stories that you would like to share. I love hearing about them. And yeah, just be in touch. Share them with me. Come back and share them later in the thread if you'd like. You could also email me with them at tammybphd@gmail.com. My favorite thing in the world is helping people open their mind and heart to that relationship with that something greater. And this, for me, for sure, is heaven on earth. So I invite you to join me and let's continue the celebration and the journey together and be in touch. Just know that you're my heart, meditation, and prayers. And how about this, just really quickly. If you're listening to my voice, I'm holding you in my heart right now. And dear Father, Mother, God, Lord of all creation, just now, I'm asking for a blessing of gifts, grace, and Godwinks for my dear friend right here, right now, my spiritual pathmate. May you bless them with little Godwinks and big miracles. May you bless them with the path clearing before them, for the path you would have them walk, the journey you would have them walk, for their highest good, for the highest good of all concerned. May they experience more prosperity, more joy, more laughter, more divine support. May they be surrounded by angels seen and unseen that let them know that they're on the right path and heading the right direction, that they are indeed adored by you, our Creator. Thank you for this opportunity to come together for the sake of celebration, for the sake of deepening in our understanding that we are exquisite spiritual beings having a human experience. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for all of the support that's in my life. Thank you for the gifts that are on their way to us now. We open our minds, hearts, and arms and lives wide to receive all the goodness you have for us. And we will continue to say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. So be in touch. Let me know how you're doing, if you're experiencing Godwinks and grace and some synchronicity in your life, and we'll continue the celebration together. Take good, gentle care of yourself. Take good, loving care of yourself, because that's how life's going to show up. The way you treat yourself is the way life's going to treat you. So I adore you. I appreciate you. And I will look forward to connecting with you again, hopefully very, very soon. Write to me. Be in touch. I love you. Bye for now.